Without a shadow of a doubt, the absolute best 6-inch Marvel figures being made today are the Medicom Marvel MAFEX, and today we're counting down the top 10. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Matt, often called Big Nerdy. Together we are the NWO, the Nerd World Order, and this is Nerdzoic. The MAFEX toy line has done an incredible job giving us a premium 6-inch Marvel action figure. They are a fantastic alternative to Marvel Legends, but the price is the price, yo.
Price is the price, yo.
Yes, I am indeed doing another Breaking Bad reference, but this is more of an analogy. Heisenberg and his blue sky is to 𝐒𝐈𝐿 and his biker crank, as MAFEX is to Marvel Legends. In fact, if 𝐒𝐶𝐢𝐢𝐻𝐿 was a toy collector, he'd be like, yeah, I got Spider-Man, this is my stuff. And he came across the MAFEX, it would go something like this. Tight, tight, tight! MAFEX is the name of the toy line. It's made by the company Medicom, whose logo looks a lot like the WWF's In Your House logo, but I'll give them a break there. Medicom is a Japanese brand started in 1996 by Tatsuhiko Akashi, who I probably butchered that name. He's a former Lego employee. Two of their most popular lines are the Q-Brick and Bear Brick lines, which has a lot of blind boxes, and if you think that figure prices are bad, look these things up and see prices. In 2013, Medicom entered the collectible action figure market with MAFEX. Or is it MAFEX? Nobody really knows. Today we're just talking about the Marvel MAFEX, but Marvel is just part of the bigger picture when it comes to all the licenses that MAFEX has. They also have DC, Star Wars, RoboCop, Terminator, and various anime stuff. They do number all of their releases, which I think is just to screw with completionists, and they are known for producing high quality, highly articulated action figures that are just loaded with accessories like swappable hands, faces, heads, you name it. These figures are in the 1/12 scale, which is 6 inches, and they've produced now over 200 figures, so they're doing something right. You won't find these at normal retail. You're only going to find them in like specialty shops like comic shops, because Hasbro does not allow other 6-inch Marvel figures to be distributed in the United States. They're not banned though, so you can sell them, you just can't get them from an American distributor. But we got you over at Nerdzoic, we do sell them. I sent Vinny East, he found us a good supplier over there. We are your home for Marvel MAFEX. When we first opened our store and started to get Marvel MAFEX in stock, I honestly thought they were overpriced. Then we had our flood, which if you haven't been around to see that story, go take a look. But we lost a lot of what's in our store. And what ended up happening was one of the items that were damaged was the MAFEX Carnage. And I had to open it and dry it off. And because of being forced to open it, I got to hold it, obviously, and holy crap, my opinion was completely changed. The articulation, the detail, just the texture on the figure itself, the paint, the accessories, it blew my mind. And maybe that's the reason why, but in my opinion, the best MAFEX ever made is the Carnage. However, this video's not about my opinion, it's about the people. And to that end, we did a poll and we got just under 1,000 responses, so the margin of error is pretty damn low, making this the most accurate list ever.
Legal disclaimer, probably not the most accurate list ever.
And if I wasn't clear before, Nerdzoic is all in on MAFEX. We are your home for MAFEX in the state, so head on over, check out the pre-orders, and get your orders in and get ahead of the crowd. Let's go to number 10. What's that? Oh, there's two number 10s? Okay, why not? Coming in at number 10A, I guess, is Psylocke. First appearing as Betsy Braddock in Captain Britain number 8. She was released in 2021 and is figure number 141. Gotta say, Betsy's looking good. One thing for sure, there is no modesty in MAFEX. There's a lot of spandex though. Woo! This figure is far superior to her Legends versions. Ironically, the current Legends version of Psylocke that's in the same outfit is averaging $80. I don't know how that's possible, because why would you spend $80 on a figure that is a $20 quality when you can instead get the same figure but like a million times better for $100? To me, it's a no-brainer. That way you can get the accessories she comes with, which is a variety of energy effects and swords and alternate heads and hands. Yeah, she's got a lot of stuff. Last year at this time, she was super hard to get. She was going on the aftermarket for $200 to $300. But then there was another print one in January, and we got a reissue. And Nerdzoic has it at normal price for now. Who knows when she sells out? Coming in at number 10B is Spider-Man Ben Reilly. First appearing in Amazing Spider-Man number 149 in October of 1975. He is figure number 143, and the figure came out in 2021. This figure is absolutely gorgeous, and there's parts of the uniform that are sculpted on rather than just painting. The lines are etched. There's tons of interchangeable hands and web effects, as well as 3 total head sculpts and a mask for him to hold. Unfortunately, this one is really tough to get. He's going for about $180 to $190 on the secondary market. There's another version though of Scarlet Spider-Man coming soon, but this one has a very different look with the blue hoodie. But you can pre-order it now. Coming in at number 9A, we're doing this again. All right, fine. Peter B. Parker. So technically, Spider-Man's been around since 1962. Let's not rehash it. But this version, Peter B. Parker, is from the 2018 movie Into the Spider-Verse, which if you haven't seen it, go see it now. This is figure number 109, and the figure came out in 2021. Multiple different shoes, webs, a slice of pizza, and some soft goods clothing. The webs have a nice sheen paint app to them, and for a premium figure, I gotta say, the face isn't much better than the Legends version, but it's a cartoon, so you can only get so close to perfect before you're like, hey, it's perfect. We just recently restocked this over at Nerdzoic, so go grab him while he's still in stock. Coming in at number 9B is Captain America Endgame. Are we going to do the letter? No, this is it. This is it. No more A's and B's? Great. This is figure number 130. It also came out in 2021, and it comes with a ton of accessories. Those include Thor's hammer, the spinning version of the hammer, a shield, a broken shield, a mask on face, a mask off face, and the lightning for the hammer. The outfit and the face are superior to anyone else's release here, including Figure Arts and Legends. Like, MAFEX nailed this. Unfortunately, you're not going to find him at normal MAFEX stores like Nerdzoic or Big Bad Toy Store. You're going to have to pay the iron price, and he's going for about $160 today on the secondary market. Oddly enough, the Marvel Legends version of Worthy Captain America is also super expensive at a $70-ish, at about $70. So if this thing ever gets re-released again, buy it immediately. Coming in at number 8 is Wolverine, who first appeared in Hulk number 181 in 1974. The figure came out in 2019, and it's number 96. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This Jim Lee style and likeness is the definitive look for Wolverine. This fits in well with any Jim Lee or even animated X-Men cartoon display. It's got some hefty competition though with the Mezco version around, but I think that because of the fact that this is scaled accurately and pretty much perfect in every way, MAFEX wins. By scaled accurately, I mean he's kind of tiny. He's only 5.6 inches because Wolverine, spoiler alert, is small. In the comics, he's anywhere between 5'3" and 5'5", so technically, even at 5.6 inches, this is a little bit big. This is another one that you're not going to find anywhere but the aftermarket. He's going for about $200 nowadays, so if he gets a re-release, jump. All re-releases will be on Nerdzoic. Branding. Coming in at number 7 is the Spider-Man Cell Shaded Edition. This came out in 2019, and it's figure number 108. Let's talk about the cell shading, folks, because I'm not a huge fan of it in general, but this is cell shading done right, especially when you compare it to the look we got on the animated X-Men figures. It's splotchy and imperfect, much like a comic would be, rather than just random shadows. The figure itself is essentially a repaint of the original MAFEX Spider-Man number 75, which we might talk about here in a bit, but it does come with plenty of accessories, including extra hands, extra faces, and all that jazz. This is another one of those aftermarket only guys going for about $115, so he's not as bad as the others. Coming in at number 6 is Venom. Venom first appeared in Amazing Spider-Man number 252 back in 1984. This figure was released in 2019, and it's figure number 88. This is, in my opinion, the perfect comic book version of this character. It's not too crazily bulked up like some of the other versions I've seen, and it's got really great articulation for an absolute crazy amount of poses. He comes with 3 different heads, web effects, hands, as well as some other accessories. By nature of the character design itself, the paint on this is kind of flat, but it's not a bad thing. It still looks good, but it doesn't pop because the character's outfit doesn't pop. It's black. This is yet another aftermarket special here, averaging about $150 in auctions. If you're not seeing a pattern here, the pattern is buy it when it's in stock, because once the print run stops, it goes crazy. And we never really know when they're going to do another print run, so don't count on it. Coming in at number 5 is Iron Man. Iron Man first appeared in Tales of Suspense number 39 back in 1963, and this figure came out last year in 2022. It's figure number 165, and sadly I missed out on carrying this thing because I wasn't carrying the line yet whenever this was up for pre-order, but hey, hopefully I can get my hands on it for the store someday. This is based on the Mark IV comic armor, and it comes with a ton of accessories, including but not limited to hands, blast effects, flight stands, roller skate feet, which are basically jet skates, alternate face, alternate mask, a proton cannon, blast effects. Hasbro does have their own version of this, which is going for $45, so 1/3 the price for 1/3 the quality of figure. The only negative I can say about this is that the paint is a bit too shiny for me, and it gives it a plastic look, but that could also have been the test shot lighting since I've never seen this guy in person. This typically goes between $120 and $150 on the aftermarket, but I recommend holding off on that for now. Coming in at number 4 is Wolverine. Again, Oh, it's a different Wolverine. Okay. This is Wolverine number 138, which was released in 2021. It's based on his brown suit first appearance in Uncanny X-Men number 139. The figure itself is a different and improved design over the original MAFEX 96. The claws look fantastic, the articulation is really good, and the joints are kind of worked in there really well so that they're not too obvious. The paint and shading is really good as well on the brown parts, and it's definitely better than the Hasbro version, but Hasbro earns props too. Their version of this is actually really good. In fact, you can get the Legends version for under $50 still, and if based on money alone, I actually recommend the Hasbro because this one's going for almost $300 on the aftermarket. Once again, either pre-order or buy when it's in stock. Don't wait! Coming in at number 3 is the Spider-Man from Secret Wars, which is his black suit. This version of Spider-Man first appeared in Amazing Spider-Man 252, and the figure itself came out just last fall, and it's figure number 168. This one's awesome. It lasted in stock at Nerdzoic for about 13 hours, despite me buying more than I thought I could sell in an entire year. Yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic figure with tons of alternate hands, webs, a backpack, an alternate head. He even has a very subtle shading that works just perfectly. And of course, the articulation is insane, and that's what sets it apart. The articulation and the magnetic feet, which allow you to have him crawl up your refrigerator. And don't get me wrong, the Legends version is very good too, and you can still find it at a close to retail in some places. It is officially aftermarket only now, as both Nerdzoic and BBTS are NWO sold out. It's averaging about $115 though, so it's not that bad yet. I'm also told that it pops up in stock at random stores every once in a while for retail price, but who knows. Coming in at number 2 is Spider-Man, which is figure number 75 and was released in 2019. This is the OG Spider-Man, and the figure itself was meant to be the ultimate Spider-Man figure, and I'll give it to him. It's the absolute perfect classic Spider-Man look. It comes with tons of alternate hands and feet and heads. It's got magnetic feet and hands. The blue paint has a slightly shiny look to it, which I love, and it's got butterfly joints, making him ultra flexible like you would expect from a Spider-Man figure. Time to go to number 1, and I'll be honest, this thing won by a landslide. Coming in at number 1 is Gambit. It came out in 2021, and it's figure number 131. And while the Legends version of this figure is great, it just doesn't hold a candle to this thing. That's just how good it is. From head to toe, this thing is incredible. The hair and head sculpt is amazing. The soft goods jacket, the staff, the amazing effects on his card accessories, multiple sets of hands including throwing hands with pegs for the effects. This went above and beyond. Even the paint details below the jacket are well done so that you could have him with or without the jacket. This is another figure that was long sold out before I had the store, but you can still get him on eBay for about retail price. That said, it's coming from overseas, so I don't know if it's legit, but at the retail price, it's probably worth the risk. If you can't tell, I am in love with this toy line, especially since it presents an alternative to the American counterparts that are coming with increasingly less accessories but a higher price tag. This is not the only alternative though. There are many, many more, and I talk about them in this video here, so go watch it now. But wait, you gotta get old, but you don't have to grow up. Just be cool and stay nerdy. Later.